Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jolene, and I'm the author of the Gloria MC series as well as the Moonrise Beach series. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a Hobonichi cousin flip through. So this flip through will be from April to May of 2021. If you guys have missed my two previous flip throughs, then I will link them in the cards up here. I do have one video for January and then a second video for February and March. So this is just going to continue that update. I'm going to tell you how I've been using my full year Hobonichi cousin. So I use this planner for work. I am a romance author, a full-time romance author, and then I also work as an author assistant for many USA Today and New York Times best-selling authors. So that information goes in here. I also use this as a pre-planner. So I do have an Etsy shop called AnaJolenePrintables, and I sell ring-bound printable inserts as well as full-page Hobonichi stickers. And so that kind of stuff also goes in here. I also do PR for some stationery shops, planner shops, so that stuff will go in here. And then also I am a book reviewer for freshfiction.com, and so that information will also be included in here. So I do have a lot of different responsibilities, a lot of roles and jobs that I need to keep track of, and that is what I use this for. So if you guys want to see how this works in terms of my whole planner system, then I do have an updated video on my entire planner system, so I will link that also. But for today, we're only just going to do a flip through of this Hobonichi cousin. I do want to mention that if you guys want to know like the nitty-gritty of things, of like what I write on every single page, like all my tasks, then you guys should check out my Plan With Me's, because I go into detail of what kind of stuff I add in my to-do list. But for this video, I am going to show you how I use the full page stickers that I use in my shop, and also the monthly, daily, and weekly pages of this Hobonichi. So let's get started. The cover that I have on right now is one of the covers that they brought back. So this is the pastel stripes in the gray. So this white background that you see here is actually more of a gray tone. To me, it looks like an off-white. I wouldn't necessarily call it a gray, but that's what they decided to call it. It does have these beautiful pastel stripes on it. I especially like the lilac tones, and then the inside of it is very beautiful. It's like a sagey green color, which I think is very calming, very spring and summer appropriate. So I do have the full year Hobonichi here. I just have a couple of sticky notes. These are from Kiki K that I keep in the front, and then I do have some stickers from ArieBea shop. I do have a code for her shop. So it's AnaJolene10. So if you guys want a little bit of a discount off her stickers, then you guys can use my code. I will leave it down below. And I also have these transparent stickers. These are from the Hobonichi shop. So they do have an accessory section in their shop. That's where I got these from. Do have some little page flags here. I got these off of Amazon Japan, and they are the Cocoa Fusion and Mizutama collab sticky notes, so I really like those. And then I do have some more transparent dot stickers, which I love to use. As you can see, I have so many of them. I actually have my favorite colorways here. So the peach berry is my favorite. I also really like cashmere, tropical, and then also magical adventure. So those are the colorways that I like to keep on hand, and I keep multiples of those. So this is a little magnetic washi, I guess, charm, if you guys want to call it. It's just a little magnet. I got it from Simply Gilded. I think it looks really cute there. And then in my holders here, I do have a couple of Tombos. So I use these in my daily pages. I have a 723 here, and then 243 in the kind of greeny color. So those are the colors that I used in April and then in May. So I do color code my daily pages. So I actually have a little color coding system. So these are all the Tombow markers that I chose for this year. And then I just have January to December listed out, and then the Tombow markers listed beside it. And in my daily pages, I will use this to kind of highlight and emphasize certain things. So I will talk about that more once I get into my daily section. I do just have a couple more of these like post-it notes. here. And then these guys here, these are kind of new to me. These are some vellum sticky notes from Rose Colored Days. I do have the one in the marble and the gray, and it has the silver hollow luxe design on it. I think it's really pretty. But on here, I have just added my AM routine and my PM routine. So these are just things that I want to do in the morning and then in the evening to kind of help me feel a little bit better, to create more of a routine, get me in the right mindset for either work in the morning or for rest and relaxation in the evening. So it's just things like, making sure that I drink some water, making sure that I read, that I meditate, and stretch. I also want to journal every day, which I have been doing for many, many years now, which I really love. I love that habit. And then also like things like skincare, diffusers, using my face masks, and just things like that, making sure I tidy up my space before I go to bed. That kind of stuff. These are all little things that I think will help me in the long run, and if I can develop this kind of routine, I will have like a much more better lifestyle. My mood will improve, and hopefully the stress levels will also go down. So I just keep that here in the front so I can reference it. So over here on this page, I do have one of my full page stickers that I carry in my shop. So I have a pink version of this as well as the gray version. So you can choose your different colorways. And then I also have options where you can choose the year on one page like this, or you can have it split on the 2 pages. So if you don't want to have this side of the page, you can just have the full year. So it'll go from January to June on one side and July to December on the other. I have 2 different fonts in my shop as well. This one is the cute one, and then I also have a classic one, so it's great for the minimal planners out there. And then you can also choose if you want a Monday start or a Sunday start. So I do have the Monday start here, and I do use the transparent stickers that I keep here on this just to mark down my important dates. So if you guys are interested in any of these full page stickers available in my shop, AnaJolenePrintables, then you guys can use the code SAVE10. This here, I do have a sticker kit here from ArieBea shop. Once again, I do have a PR code for her shop, so I will leave that down below. And all my monthly tabs here that you see, these are also available in her shop. I just have the gray ones with the cute font on it. So this is the kind of perpetual calendar, or like the year at a glance here. I used a kit from ArieBea shop once again, and some Pink Room Co. washi just at the bottom here. And this is where I'm kind of tracking my Facebook posts on my author fan page. I am keeping track of my most important dates as well as my book promotions here, and then also the events that I take part in monthly. So that is how I've been using this. It's been going really well so far. You can see that we are in the middle of June here, and so I've been keeping track of all of that. This is what the second page of that looks like. I do have some things listed down there, and once I have scheduled in my events, they will go down here. Now moving on to the monthly section, I do use a little bit of sticker kits, but I don't go too crazy. I just prefer to use washi tape and then these transparent dot stickers, or like these box stickers. So I'll just give you a brief flip through of the year so far, because we have already passed these months. So anything that is unconfirmed will get marked on a sticky note, and anything else that is confirmed will get marked directly onto the page. So I do have these holiday stickers here that's saying like Easter Monday and all that. So that is from ArieBea shop. These kind of header things are from ArieBea shop. And then I do just have washi. So most of my washi is either from the Pink Room Co. or Simply Gilded. I do have a referral code to Simply Gilded. So if you guys want to use that, you guys can receive $5 off a $15 purchase. I typically clip off my pages with an ollie clip. So this particular one is the collab with Filofax. It's a really pretty one. I'll show it to you. So it kind of has like a garden theme to it on one side, and then it's like a blue confetti on the inside. And I just clip my monthly and my weekly sections together so that I can easily flip through. So this is what April looks like. I do have the sticky notes still there, and then any events will get marked directly onto the page. So this is what May looked like. The washi is from the Pink Room Co. And once again, I am using parts of a kit here and there at the bottom here just to add a little bit of decoration, but mostly I just want to kind of cover up the days that are not included in this month. So like I said, I do use this as a pre-planner, so I don't wait until this month happens in order to fill this out. So as you can see, June and July is filling up already. I just mark things directly on the page because these are already confirmed. And then I do have these transparent sticky notes or tabs from Simply Gilded that I received, so I will put these down when I want to plan something in advance and they are not confirmed yet. But everything else does get marked down with these little boxes so that it kind of stands out a little bit. So once again, I do have this thing here that I need to schedule in, so that's why I have it on a little transparent flag. And the pen that I use to write on this is the Sakura Microperm, so it's really great for that if you want to write on like vellum or glossy stickers or these kind of more slick type page flags. So I keep those there, and then as you can see, I do have some dates for September, October, and then November and December starting to trickle in a little bit more, but I will usually just keep it clipped off like that. Now let's move on to the weekly section. So in my weekly section, I do just have it kind of tabbed off here with another page flag, and then I just use a divider label that says weekly on it just so that I can see where my weekly section starts. So this is the last spread that I think I showed you for my last flip through. Once again, if you guys want to see the previous months, then you guys can find it on my channel. But this is where April starts, this day. And as you can see, I do use stickers in my weekly section, and these are actually printable stickers that are actually made for the Erin Condren or vertical style planners. So what I've done is I've actually shrunk down the file. Before you print it out, you just want to shrink it down to 87%, and it will actually fit in the boxes of the Hobonichi. So you can see the columns are a little bit more narrow than your standard vertical planner. So if you guys want a little bit more information on how I do that, I talk about it in a much more detail in my Plan With Me's, in my Hobonichi Weekly Plan With Me's. So do check those out. I explain everything in detail because I know a lot of people are really interested in that. So I really like it because obviously I can use the kit in the Hobonichi Cousin, but I can also use it in my vertical planner, which is my memory planner. So I'm going to explain now how I set up my weekly pages. So this section here that you see that's kind of split up at the top, this is for my tasks as an author, my tasks as a shop owner, so AnaJolenePrintables, and then also YouTube. So all those tasks will be listed up here. So any events that I have going on for my books, for example, will be here. Any shop releases will be listed as well. And then I do have a few checklists thrown in there. I also write down my YouTube videos that get posted. So like for example, a memory plan with me posted that day. So I'll usually keep it in like some sort of box or something like that. And then paydays or any events like these get kind of put into a box as well. Over here on the side, I do like to have some sort of tracker here. So this week I just actually wrote it in myself, and that is for shop. So I just like to write down when I work on my shop, so any of my printables. And then over here I will write down my tasks for the week. So this here is usually stuff that I would like to accomplish sometime this week, but I'm not exactly sure when or what day I want to work on it. So it's just kind of like my focus. I don't want to forget about it, so I just leave it here. And then in this bottom area here, I like to keep track of the books that I have to review. So I am a professional book reviewer, and so I do get advanced reader copies of books before the general public for promotion purposes. And so to make sure that I meet a certain deadline I do keep track of the books that I need to read that week. So I typically read 2 or 3 books, not that many per week, because I do have other things going on, but I do want to make reading a priority, so I keep that in here. And then this bottom section here that you can see kind of framed with the washi, this is where I keep track of my social media. So this can include my social media for my books, for my shop. I also do social media for the authors that I work for, so the other romance authors, and also the other stationery or planner shops that I PR for. So that includes on YouTube and on Instagram. So I will leave that down here, and that allows me to kind of see everything at a glance, but everything is kind of sectioned off. If I'm only focusing on my shop, then I know that I have to look in this area. If I know I'm working on my reviews that week, then I know I need to look into this area. So it just kind of helps me see everything at a glance, but also prioritize and kind of categorize different tasks so that I don't get overwhelmed when I am looking at one page. So that has helped me tremendously in keeping track of what I need to do and the different jobs that I have. So I definitely feel like I rely on this. This is something that I like to do a couple of weeks ahead of the actual week, because this is a pre-planner for me. So I like to know what's happening in the coming weeks. So you'll see my style of planning in my Plan With Me's if you guys watch those. So that will go into more detail of what I have here. So I'm just going to do a little quick flip through of the rest of April and kind of show you how I use my stickers. So I do have a lot of character stickers, so I wanted to utilize those in addition to the kits that I use. So again, tracker, my priorities for the week are focus, the books that I need to read, all my kind of PR or anything that's not my stuff will go into this section. Anything that's my stuff, my books, my shop, my YouTube will all go in here. So that is how I've been using the weekly pages. I really like this kit from Prince Petticoat Bandit. If you guys are looking for printable kits, my favorites are from Paper Crown Planner and Prince Petticoat Bandit. So this is another Prince Petticoat Bandit kit. I like to use washi to separate the two sections. So that is from the Pink Room Co. and Simply Gilded. And I do have a lot of stickers, character stickers. So if you guys want to know where each one is from, just ask me and I will let you know. So this is a kit from Paper Crown Planner. I really like this kit. I like the colors of it. So I keep everything pretty much the same here. Everything is split up the same, and that just allows me to keep a routine. So as you can see, these pages do fill up pretty quickly, and they can be a little bit messy because I am sort of changing things out. I do pre-plan in advance, so that is what the week looks like. Sometimes I don't even use a kit. I just use the checklist from a kit and then character stickers. So that's what I did this week instead. And then this one turned out really nice. I have a Plan With Me on this one. And then this is this week. So as you can see, it's a little bit bare. Today is the Monday, so I haven't quite filled it in, but I do have the other tasks already filled in at the bottom. So that is how I like to kind of start my week off or pre-plan in advance. So that is the rest of the year. And then here I do have my vision board that I created at the beginning of the year. So this is just some watercolor on the pages there, and then I slapped down some images that kind of represent my books. The 2 books that I am releasing this year are from my MOONRISE Beach series, so that is why you see a lot of beachy colors here. This image here is very significant for me because in my book, In My Dreams, which just released, the hero is a surfer. And then this one is a picture from Australia, and the hero, he actually goes to Australia for his surfing training. So all of these images have some sort of meaning in terms of my books, and so that's why I wanted to have this kind of vision board. I think it'll inspire me and continue to give me ideas for the books that I'm currently writing in that series. So I hope you guys will check out my books. They are available all on Amazon, and they are also available for free on Kindle Unlimited. The 6th book in the Moonrise Beach series, In My Dreams, just released, and so you can pick it up on Amazon either as a paperback or an ebook. So that is my vision board. So I am going to skip everything from January and to March. We are going to start in April. So on this kind of monthly page that starts off the daily pages, I really like to mark down my important dates in chronological order like this in a list form. So it allows me to see what I have going on. And then I also like to create my goals here. So in this section, I just outline everything that I want to accomplish this month so that I'm working towards my goals, and then by the end of the year, I will have my yearly goals completed. So every month I make sure to check mark everything. So as you can see, everything is checked off. But this is kind of how my daily pages look like. I use these Tombow markers to make a little swatch like this, and then I use this pen. This is the Kokoro Zig pen, and I have a couple of these, as you can see. You guys can grab these off of Amazon. This one is the strawberry one, and this one's the sakura one, so they are the two light pink ones. There is another hot pink one, and I just use that to kind of write in the events that I have going on that day, as well as my YouTube videos. So that is what these are right here. Now the daily pages do have these built-in checklists, and at the top here, that is where I have been marking down the tasks that I need to do daily for the other authors that I work for. So that allows me to have their stuff at a glance, but it's also separated from my to-do list, which starts in this section here. So as you can see, my to-do list can be a little bit shorter on some days, and then on some other days they can become much more longer. I do use the bottom section of this to kind of make some smaller lists. So this was something that I need to print. This is just some happy mail that I was waiting on here. These were some videos that I wanted to film. I was writing down my planner system here. And then I was writing down the printable kits that I wanted to purchase that day. So things like that. As you can see here, I do kind of map out my day a little bit on the time section. And then this is where I write my to-do list. So I will mark down things that I have scheduled. So for example, I had a newsletter going out at 9 that day, and then I had my YouTube video scheduled for that day. And then also in the time section, I also keep track of the word count for that day. So I am a romance author, so I like to keep track of my progress. So for example, on this day I wrote 2 chapters, chapter 8 and 9. So that just helps me. I also like to write down the books that I need to review at the bottom here. So as you can see, some days can be a little bit blank. So typically for me, the weekends are a little bit blank. I try not to work so much on the weekend, but then once Monday rolls around, as you can see, it gets filled up pretty quickly. So once again, I do have Plan With Me's on my daily pages, so I will link that down here so you guys can check them out. The pen that I use is the Uniball Signo RT in the 0.38. So I get that question quite a lot, so that is what I've been using here. But I do switch it over to a fountain pen a little bit later on. I do use the Kaweco Sport. This is a macchiato, and I do have a blue ink here, also from Kaweco, and the nib that I have on is the Fine. So I'm just going to do a quick flip through. If you guys have any questions about my daily pages, then you can leave them down below, or you can check out my daily Plan With Me's because I have pretty much gone through these already. So I'm just going to do the flip through. So as you can see, I don't go back and write in things that already happen. I like to leave this blank until the day happens, and then I will fill it out. So I had a couple of sick days here. I had my website renewal. I like to keep a track of the videos that I need to film for YouTube as well. And then this one is just a list of planner covers that I wanted to get from Hobonichi because they were doing a sale that day. So that is how my daily pages for April went. This is starting May now, so I switched up my Tombow, as you can see. So now it's that green color, and then these are the important dates that I had to remember. So May was a pretty busy month, as you can see. I had a lot of things going on, and then also my goals for the month, everything is checked off once again. And then I do have starting my events here. So I'm going to do a flip through once again. So in these daily pages, I do not journal, I do not take notes. This is only tasks and events listed in here. So it's very work oriented. I keep track of my word count here. So that is how I've been keeping this really, really functional. I don't use any stickers in here or washi. If I do, it's usually just to cover up a mistake. So as you can see here, now the pen has changed. I went from using a gel pen, and then I started using the fountain pen again in this Hobonichi. So that is what I've been using here. So the nice thing about the fountain pen is that it works beautifully on the Tomoe River paper. The only thing is that you can't really highlight it with the Tombows, because obviously once it gets wet, it will kind of smudge. So as you can see, my days are starting to get much more busier. The days fill up a lot more. This is my deadline for my book. So as you can see, it's kind of a hot mess here. In my dreams, had to go to the editor this day, so I had a lot going on. I had to make sure that I had the ISBNs ready, the covers, the front and back matter, everything like that. And then I had to go through the book once again. So that is how my daily pages have been looking like. It's very, very busy. I don't try to be super neat with it. If it gets messy, it gets messy. I don't try to stress out about making it look really cute for social media or even YouTube. This has to be a functional work planner for me in order for it to work. So this is the day I actually joined the Sweet Dear Stationery PR team. So that was really fun. I don't normally join so many PR teams, and so this was a really special thing for me. So that is everything in terms of the daily pages. I won't do June right now. I will save that a little bit later. So if you guys have any questions about that, then leave them down below. I will jump to the back though. In the back here on the grid pages, I do have these vellum sticky notes once again from Rose Colored Days. I do have a referral link to her, so if you guys want to save a little bit of money, I think it's $5 off, then you can use that referral link and get a little bit of a discount. But here I've continued my routine. So I have a monthly routine, a weekly routine, a bi-weekly routine, and then a daily routine. So these are just the things that I like to do at certain times of the year or month or day. So over here on the Japanese pages, I have actually utilized them by putting my Hobonichi full page stickers on here. This is a design that you can find in my shop. You can choose the font, so this one's a cute one. You can also get the classic one, and then you can choose the colorway. So this one is the pink version. I also have it in the gray. And this is my Life in Pixels. I've been using this as a mood tracker. So I used some Myliners here to create a key, and I've just been keeping track of my mood. As you can see, my mood has dropped quite a bit because of my book deadline. I tend to get a little bit more anxious when I approach a release day. So as you can see, I have a lot of anxious days leading up to my book release. So hopefully that will improve once my book is out and everything is done and my schedule kind of lessens once again. But that is something that you can find in my shop. So once again, if you guys would like this, then you guys can use the code SAVE10. Over here I have one of my important dates. So again, you can choose the pink or gray option and also the cute font and the classic font. For this particular insert, you can actually choose if you want the list version, which is what I have here, or also the grid version. So this will have a grid instead. So if you guys like the Bujo style, you can choose that option. And then I have it on the one-page version, but I also have an option where you can have it split into two. So it'll go from January to June and then July to December. And on this page over here, I just keep track of my most important dates. So a lot of anniversaries, any renewals, deadlines, things like that will go on this page. I'm keeping this page to write down my favorites of the year. And then in my 100 here, as you can see, I've been keeping track of the books read in 2021. So right now I'm at 53, which is not so great. I wish I could have read a little bit more. But so far, you know, I'm still happy with the progress that I've made, considering the fact that I have already written 3 books this year and also released 1. I feel like reading 53 books is not too bad. Over here on this page, I do have a grid in the pink version, and this just allows me to write any notes, or if I have any overflow from this page, I can just write it down on this side of the page. So this is actually the 2-page version of this guy right here. So you can see this is the cute font, and then this is what the classic font looks like. So again, you can choose in the gray colorway or the pink, and this also comes with the grid option or the list. So in this section, I've been keeping track of my writing schedule. So I just write out what I work on, and so now in June I do have that release, so I will at the end of June fill that in as well. So that is how I've been using that section. So over on the back of this page, I just have the line version of the grid. So it's actually the same thing as this, just in the line version. So once again, I have this in the gray option or the pink. And then here I have the pink classic font of the yearly tracker. So it goes from January to December. And here I've been keeping track of shop things. So my finances for the shop, my shop releases, bookkeeping, reflection, and customer service. So as you can see, I've just been crossing them out as the months go by. And then the second one that I have here is more personal stuff. So I just have a reading journal that I want to keep up with in my Hobonichi weeks, my monthly tracker, which is in my rings, my goals bujo, I keep that in my B6stology, which I have a video on, so I will link that here also. And then I have my week's finance and my no spend calendar. So again, I just check it off as I go. And I also do have this yearly tracker in the 1, so it will actually go this way instead of this way here. So if you guys don't want the option with 2, you can just have the 1 yearly tracker for the whole entire year. So again, that comes in the gray and the pink in my shop, and you guys can use the code SAVE10 to save 10% off of your order. So I do have some more pages that I can add some more full page stickers on. I do print my printables on sticker paper, and they are already sized for the Hobonichi cousin. So you can just cut them out using a paper trimmer. And I do also have these same inserts available for the weeks and also the A6 Hobonichi. So you can find those all in my shop if you guys are interested. At the very back here, I just have some post-it notes and my pencil board that I use, as well as some hikike note pages. So that is everything in terms of my flip through for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions about how I use this planner or about my printables in my shop, then you can just leave them down below or message me on Etsy. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, if you guys are interested in these printable inserts for the Hobonichi, then you guys can use the code SAVE10 for 10% off of your order. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!